Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the first topic for today, bringing children back to school. A thunderous message, a task by the parents and to you doctors as well. This will be covered by the president of the South Asian Pediatric Association, joining from Bangladesh. Please put your hands together for Professor Ruhul Amin.
Honorable chairpersons and learned participants of 25th anniversary celebration of Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians. May I thank the organizers for inviting me to be a part of this celebration, which will be memorable throughout my rest of life. And you know that we are passing through a very important period for our children, and where a lot of impacts we have observed on the children during this period. And my topic today is bringing back children back to school in the background of COVID-19. And now the most important issue of the declining of COVID is bringing children back to school. Now, first, let me congratulate Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians for celebrating 25th anniversary, which is a remarkable occasion in the history of this regional organization for the cause of children, which is a very powerful organization in the region. And I represent South Asia Pediatric Association, SAPA, which was formed in Delhi Summit in November 2013, participated by all the member societies of the region, including Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Pakistan Pediatric Association, Bangladesh Pediatric Association, and Nepal Pediatric Society. And from Sri Lanka, Professor Sujiba Amarasina and Dr. Ruanti Pereira participated on behalf of SLCP. And the following year, in 2014, first South Asia Pediatric Association conference was held in Dhaka. And this umbrella symbolizes the umbrella of SAPA, where all the member societies of the region working for the pediatricians are together. Now, the issue of bringing back the children back to school, that we just concentrate on impact on education. And 87% of the world's children were affected by COVID-19 school closures. South Asian children under 18 years of age comprises 36% of total 1.8 billion population. And numerically, it is 627 million. So such a huge number of children are living in this part of the world. And we all know that COVID-19 is a universal crisis, and for some children, lifelong impact will remain. If we consider the major impacts, we can easily say that major impacts include reduced access to life-saving vaccines. And COVID-19 has increased malnutrition. Children have missed school and lost their learning. And COVID-19 has increased poverty in the households. And COVID-19 has threatened child survival and death. So these are well known to us. If we consider the vaccination issue, this period, at least 80 million infants may have missed out life-saving vaccines. And about the malnutrition, all of us, we know that has increased the burden of malnutrition. Additional 6 to 7 million under 5 children may have suffered from wasting or acute malnutrition. And COVID-19 has increased the learning loss, and that has exacerbated seriously the learning loss. And at least 463 million children were unable to access remote learning during school closures. And COVID-19 has increased poverty. An additional 140 million children are projected to be in households living below poverty line in developing countries. And COVID-19 has intensified poverty. Additional 150 million children are without access to essential services. And COVID-19 has threatened the child survival and death. In other words, it has threatened the SDG goals, and almost 200,000 additional stillbirth has been predicted as an impact of COVID-19. Now the issue of safe reopening of schools, and gradually in the region and globally, schools are reopening. And by and large, the reopening plan includes ensuring return of children to their schools and continuity of learning and mitigation of learning loss. And this is a rural view where children are going to school with their bags, and these bags were left out at their homes, and after a long time they are with a lot of pleasure they are going to school. Now this is a happy classroom after COVID-19 school closure. So we want to see these happy faces all over the world, especially in the region. Now I can mention a small campaign ongoing in Bangladesh, in my home country, and similar campaigns are ongoing in the region as well. Government effort is ongoing from the beginning, where distance learning government was promoting. But in the non-government sector, alliance of NGOs has been formed, and that alliance is distributing educational materials, products of hand washing, and thermal detectors and other logistics to the schools parallelly with the government efforts. And this campaign is continuing advocacy with school committees and school leaders. And even there are courtyard meetings and door-to-door campaign to bring the children back to school, especially in the rural area and remote areas. The practical tips are being taught to the children through their parents. Mass media is participating, campaign is ongoing, just simply to teach the techniques of mask wearing and hand washing practice, and also maintaining physical distance while they will be at schools. Now, how we can keep the children safe at schools? The important issues related to safety of schools, that we must go forward for promoting vaccination. And vaccination has been started in the region already. And in advanced countries, vaccination is ongoing for a long time. But in this region, vaccination is ongoing, but very slowly. And we must ensure, and schools are trying to ensure, and campaigns are ongoing to ensure the face mask wearing, hand washing, placing hand washing stations within the school premises, and maintaining physical distancing. And even schools are maintaining thermal detection. And if there is any suspicion, COVID-19 screening tests are available in the region, available in the vicinity of the school, if not in the school, but within the neighborhood. So those arrangements are in place, and it is not only in this region, all over, but especially in this region, these are the few steps ongoing or are taken carefully, and to bring the children back to school and to keep them safe at school premises. So in conclusion, I want to say that every pediatric society should have a specific program to support the education of children. In this different situation with the decline of COVID-19, this was not an issue with the pediatric society's major issue. It was not a major issue, but this is a major issue now. Now, advocacy for vaccination should be very strong, and we should always join the other forces, social forces, to continue the advocacy for vaccination. Let us join the national campaigns, because pediatric societies are not big enough to continue to maintain a program, so big program. So let us join the national campaigns, and let us raise funds to support schools and poor children. And lastly, I should strongly advocate that we must develop partnership like between APA, SAPA, and IPA for the future, present and future of children. And at the end of my talk, I want to congratulate Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians for formulating 6 points, which are common goals for all the pediatric societies of the region and of the world. Even IPA also has the same goals and same points to take forward. And Sri Lanka College is taking the leadership in this matter. And I congratulate Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians for taking such an initiative. And thank you very much for your kind attention.